Welcome back to NM Classroom once again. So now we completed the first unit of element 4, active and reactive monitoring. Now this unit is the most extensive unit as far as NIBOR subject is concerned. And in this unit, investigating, reporting and recording incidents. Actually, we are dealing three main points: investigation, reporting of accidents and recording of accidents. These three are three different steps and different stages. Okay, so first of all, we are going to deal with investigation. Have a keen listening. Have a keen listener, have a keen learner to the subject. This is truly investigation of the accident is a separate certification program. So if you give full attention to this topic, of course, during an interview, you could say that I completed accident investigation course. Okay, so that also can be useful. So we are starting investigation of accidents or incidents. Here, before investigating, we should know that why we should investigate, right? Why the accident to be investigated? Reasons for investigating an incident in the workplace. What are the reasons are caused for an investigation? What is the significance of investigation? Why the investigation seems to be important? See, for any incident or accident is to be investigated mainly because of two reasons. Followed by investigation process, we will understand what is the true cause of that accident. That true cause can be called as root cause. Identifying the root cause. When you identifying the root cause, then you can easily taking the corrective action as your reactive measure, isn't it? So this can be also called a reactive measure, right? Okay, so we can take the corrective action by identifying the root cause. That is why we conduct the investigation. And there are some other reasons than root cause. Okay, the other reason is that we can collect the evidences from investigation. So while you are collecting the evidences, that will leading into the investigation in a proper way. Then we can identify and predict the trends and patterns of the organization. Trends and patterns where the accidents are frequently occurring. That is the trend and pattern, what kind of accidents and what pattern it's occurred. So we can identify the trend and pattern from which type of machinery, which type of equipment, from which area, from which vehicle. Okay, so type of that means identifying the trends and patterns. Then of course for insurance claims, it is quite important to get insurance and for investigation process, so that we should get the insurance premiums and all, right? So for the insurance requirement, investigation is compulsory, right? Then we could say that prevent the recurrences. Yeah, identifying the root cause and prevent the recurrences. So to prevent the recurrences is in order not to repeat the accidents once again, right? Then we could say that this will improve staff morale. Workers' morale will be improved. Staff integrity will be improved. Oh, this organization is very concerned about my safety. The staff would feel that they are very concerned about my safety because of that they are finding out, they start up the investigation process with their line management team and safety specialist team and senior management team, then investigating the reasons, and they are identifying the root cause and they're taking corrective actions. So this will not happen to me in future, right? So based on this belief, staff morale will be increased. And of course, investigation is a legal reason, for legal reasons. It's a legal requirement, followed by the labor inspectorate from outside for sure that legal, they'll be asking the investigation reports and internal incident recording data and accident investigation reports. All the reports and documents will be asked. So we'll have to make the report, so that we have to complete investigation. Then we could say that disciplinary actions, taking disciplinary actions against the one who committed this accidents, who committed this wrongdoing or this punishable activity. So we can give him punitive measures, right? It can be, he can be suspended or dismissed from the workplace, or give more punitive training and all. So that also. Then of course, updating risk assessment. followed by investigation report, we can update this this information into the new risk assessment report. So this updation is possible. So these all are the reasons that we are investigating accident. This is sure 10-mark question. This is sure 10-mark question. Why the accidents is to be investigated? Reasons for investigating accidents, which are they? Identifying the root cause and prevent the recurrence. This is the basic two reasons. And identifying the trends and patterns to collect the evidence, and improving the staff morale and disciplinary actions, taking disciplinary actions and updating the risk assessment and all. Okay, so these all are for insurance claims. These all are the reasons we are carrying out the investigation of the accidents basically. And but at the same time, there is a chance of asking a question like this: why the near miss is to be investigated? Accidents we already know, right? Accidents, what is meant by accident? An unplanned unwanted event, which leads to injury, damage or loss. Quite simple. But what is meant by near miss? Near miss is also the same unplanned, unwanted event which had the potential to cause injury, damage or loss. Potential to cause, but didn't happen. Just miss. That is called near miss. But still, the near miss is also to be investigated. Why? Because it's not turned to accident. Then why should investigate? Of course, you should have the answer. In a simple term, the answer is that potential near miss should be investigated. Minor near miss, no need of investigation. Suppose a worker who found a nail on floor, just a nail, and he said, oh, this is a big near miss, this should be followed investigation. No need. But at the same time, that the guardrail or the escalator, and there is a machine technical complaint in the escalator, and someone somehow nearly just escaped, but it must be investigated, right? Because it gives more threats to the organization in safety terms, right? So which had the potential, so today's near miss will turn into tomorrow's accident. That is why. So near miss also to be investigated, because near miss is an unplanned, unwanted event which had the potential to lead injury, damage or loss, but in fact didn't happen. But it may happen in future. According to a triangle itself by a name of Frank's Bird triangle, Frank's Bird, who conducted a study, a research. On his study, it's triangles like a pyramid in his triangle lower floor, and he found if there are 600 near miss, it can be minor or major. 600 near miss, definitely 30 first aid injuries could be seen, 10 lost time injuries could be seen, and 1 serious accidents could be there. So 600 out of 600 near miss, 1 serious accident. So that means it shows the near miss is directly proportional to accident. The more near miss, the more accident. The more chance of near miss, the more chance of accident. So that is why we have to investigate near miss very thoroughly, and by investigating near miss, we can identifying the same like root cause, identifying the trends and patterns, and it will of course improve staff morale. Definitely, because the accidents not happen and the organization started investigation process. Oh, what a great safety culture, and they're so concerned about my safety. Every worker will think that the organization is much concerned about my safety, because even though there is no accident, they started investigation. So their staff morale pumped up. There is no doubt. So near miss is the improving staff morale, of course. It's worth it to the company. It's so worth it to the company. And we can take the disciplinary actions, those who commit wrong. And it can also helpful to update the risk assessment, right? So these all are the reasons that we can investigate near miss too. In short, today's near miss are tomorrow's accidents. There is no doubt. Or sooner or later, it will turn into accident if it leaves unattended. There is no doubt. There are different types of incidents here. Accidents are accidents, near miss, dangerous occurrences, injury accident, damage accident, ill health incident. So all are having small difference. Accident is an unplanned, unwanted event which leads to injury, damage or loss. But what is meant by injury accident? An unplanned, unwanted event which leads to an injury of some sort to the person. What is meant by damage only incident? An unplanned unwanted event which leads to damage or property to some sort, right? What is meant by ill health incident? An unplanned unwanted event which causes to ill health to the worker, any sort. What is meant by accident? Unplanned unwanted event which leads to injury, damage or loss. What is meant by near miss? An unplanned unwanted event which had the potential to lead damage, injury, which had the potential to cause damage, injury and loss, but in fact it didn't happen so. And what is meant by dangerous occurrence? A very specified event should be reported to the relevant authority by legal statutory of law, right? So this is all about the type of incident. There are various types of incidents for investigation, right? So we are coming to the investigation process. Okay, based on that, how we, what are the initial actions to be taken followed by an accident? That is very important. Before we move into the investigation process, what are the initial action to be taken? You witness to an accident. What you have to do as a worker, as a witness, what do you have to do? Immediately, you should not approach the casualty. Everyone normally do that, but no. In safety point of view, what we have to do? We have to see the safety of the scene. What is meant by safety of the scene? Whether the area is safe to approach. Suppose you find that someone is drowning in water and even you don't know swimming, but you put yourself into the water. What will happen? It will be a tragic end of both of you, right? But at the same time, is the area is safe to approach? First of all, we should take care of own safety and others. First of all, we should take care of own safety and others. So area is safe to approach. And before approaching to the casualty, in any immediate things to be done from your side, like if the casualty got injured by electric shock, he is with a live electrical system, so you should not approach him. What is to be done to immediately avoid this danger? Can you isolate the power system? Is it possible? You have to rush here and there, you put it, right? So you can do something like that. Then after you approach the casualty, how to approach the casualty? You should give him the first aid. If you are first aider, you should give him the first aid and immediately move into the hospital and get him for the hospital treatment. And at the same time, you should not forget the one who is with him, the bystander. He will be also utter shocked by see his very close, maybe very relative, very blood relation or friends or relatives, whoever it is. The bystander so much shocked, heartbroken. We should take care of him also, console him. So these are the initial action should be taken, followed by an accident. And it move into the investigation. You got it? It moving to the investigation. So there are different kinds of investigation that it is based on the level of risk and level of hazards and injury. Minimal, low, medium, high. There are four kinds of minimal, very minimal effort, no much line managers, but no much time and effort to be given. But if it's low, of course, line managers with a bit more time and much effort. If it's medium, okay, line managers should seek the support of the middle managers and they should also put time and effort. If it's high, investigation should be done by senior management as a team approach and must give much more time and effort and money. So these are minimal, low, medium, high and basic investigation process. Let us move into the investigation. Now we move into the investigation. So what does we covered so far? Why investigate, isn't it? Why do we investigate? To identify root cause and take corrective action. Why near miss is to be investigated, right? Because today's near miss are tomorrow's accident. So potential near miss should be investigated. Otherwise it will turn into accident. Minor near miss can be leave off, no problem. And what are the type of incidents? Damage only incident, injury incident and ill health incident, accidents, near miss and dangerous occurrence, right? And what are the initial action to be done followed by an accident, safety of the scene, immediate things to be done and approach the casualty, give him first aid, hospital treatment, and take care of the bystanders. And level of investigation depends on what? Based on the risk and intensity of the injury, then based on minimal, low, medium, high. Okay. Now shall I move into the most core element, core point of this unit? That is called investigation process. Just fresh up, come on, just fresh up. Investigation process. Basic investigation process. There are 4 steps in investigation process. There are mainly 4 stages in investigation process. Step 1, gather factual information about the event. Collect the truthful information about the event. That is the first and foremost step in any investigation in the world. First thing is that collect the information. Based on the information collected, the second step, move on. Analyzing these information and we identifying or we coming into a conclusion based on this information. So if the information is wrong, the conclusion would be wrong. Right? So information is very important. And the step 1, gather factual information about the event. Step 2, analyzing information and drawing a conclusion. Now you got a conclusion. So what is step 3? Identifying suitable control measure to that conclusions. Identifying the suitable control measures. If the conclusions are wrong, the control measures would also wrong, isn't it? So conclusions are based on what? Conclusions are based on collected information, isn't it? Okay, step 3, identifying suitable control measures. Once you identify suitable control measure, it's quite easy. The step 4, you can plan the remedial action. You can plan the corrective action. In a table, responsible person, time, priority, recommended action, like that is in a table, you can give a remedial action. So these are the 4 steps of investigation. So why do we conduct investigation? Before we said that to identifying the conclusion, identifying the root cause and take corrective action. Simple. Here we are identifying the root cause in the second step and we put the recommendation in the final step. For that we conduct first and third step. You got it? Yes. So let us move on to the steps in detail. The first step. Very important, very important. Okay. Collect the factual information about the event. Collect the factual information. Gathering the factual information about the event. Suppose there is an accident occurred in the workplace. A worker who fell down from the work at height in the workplace, and he got injured and he got severely injured. So you are into the investigation team, so you start collecting the information. Then how? How would you collect the information? Normally you will collect the information. Before you start collecting the information, you must secure the scene. Secure the scene. Protect the scene as it is. The scene should not be altered. That is the first condition. Otherwise, the evidence will be missed. Right? There's a high chance of altering the scene in order to manipulate the scene, articulate the scene. It shouldn't happen. If the scene being manipulated, it's very difficult to collect the factual information from the scene. So the scene should be secured. Make sure that scene, reach into the scene, secure the scene as soon as possible. And you can block the scene with barricades and all. Then you start collecting the information. Basically, there are 3 methods you can collecting the information. You can collect information by interviewing the witness. Of course, there are witnesses who saw this event directly. So there are different witnesses are there. So you should separate them. Okay, you should not interview them together. You should separate them. You should not allow them to mingle each other. So they can give the contradictory statement. They can communicate each other and they can work out a script about it. No, it shouldn't happen. So first of all, you separate the witness and you start interviewing witness statements one by one. For taking witness statements, you start interviewing the witness one by one, right? This is one method. And second method, you can directly come to the accident place and you can watch here and there, direct observation, from where you will get many information. And you can start checking the documents, document examination. So basically the three ways of collecting information about the event: witness interview, direct observation, and document examination. Normally witness interview question will be asked like this, that comment on the in witness interview, what to say in NEBOSH question paper, scenario based. If the accident investigation scene has been portrayed, there is a chance of asking this question, whether the witness interview process was effective or not. Comment. So before that, we should know that what is meant by witness interview, right? Yes, we take the witness and we start interviewing the witness and we speak to him, and we ask their name, and we would create a very good rapport with him, okay, and very friendly approach, and we'll be asking very open-ended question to speak out whatever they want. They can express their own freedom, and they can express their own ideas, and we'll be asking the question when it was happened, how it was happened, and what was actually happened, what did you see truly, like kind of questions you can ask. Okay, the question should not be closed-ended, it should be open-ended, and you can ask for written statement if they cannot speak, and you also can write the written statements of the witness, and finally, okay, you can thank the witness and you can leave him off, no problem. And you collect all these witness statements. Suppose there are 5-6 witnesses, so you can check the statements and whether it's matching or not. We can check the contradictory statements and we can work out on our own investigation in it. Maybe sometimes we'll have to recall the witness once again. Okay, so witness interview. Then we move into the direct observation. Direct observation means we coming into the workplace and we look here and there, we take photographs, we take videos, sketches, measurements, existing scales and all. Okay, so that we can gain information from the site, right? So we can take the stains of the blood, and we can take the photographs of the body or photographs of the person who we can sketch up, mark up. Okay, so everything is possible, direct observation. And next collection of information source is document examination. That is, without I say, right? A document examination, you can check the documents of health and safety, policy, risk assessment, medical record, accident record, previous accident record, sickness record, accident records, absenteeism records, and complaints of the working conditions records, and safe system of work, permit to work, and all other record, accident incident reporting system. You can collect all the as much as records that you actually wanted. You can examine these all document. Based on these three sources of information, witness interview, direct observation, and document examination, you move into the second step. What is the second step? Yes, analyzing this information and drawing a conclusion, isn't it? Analyzing this information and you draw a conclusion. While analyzing your information, you identify the immediate causes and root causes. You didn't get it, right? Immediate cause. For any incident, there will have these two kinds of causes. Immediate causes and root cause. Immediate cause is very truly visible cause and direct cause, right? It's very direct cause. But the root cause is the failure of the management system. Something the management has failed to offer. This is 100% management failure, which cannot be easily detected. You got it? So immediate cause is the direct cause and visible cause. Root cause is the indirect cause and actual cause behind immediate cause. Apparently for a person in external view, the one who can observe immediate cause. I'll be telling you an example. If there is a spillage in the floor, you can say someone, what to say, slipped down the floor and got injured. What is the immediate cause? What did you see? You saw an unsafe condition, right? What is the unsafe condition? Spillage on the floor. And you also saw an unsafe act. What is the unsafe act? A person walks down through the spillages, right? So any unsafe act and unsafe condition called immediate cause. But what is meant by root cause? It is not the root cause. Root cause is that where these chemical spillages come from. So then you will identify, the machine is not maintained. That is why it happened. From the leakage of the machine, that spillage is occurring time by time. Even if how many times that we wipe off, then it's coming again and again. So that is the root cause, which is the lack of machinery maintenance is a management system failure. You got it? So the same like if there is no PPE, no supervision, no training, no risk assessment, no maintenance, no refreshment training, no inspection, this all called failure of the management system. So there is no accidents will be taken place without the failure of the management system. So when the management safety system is failured, then of course there will be accident. There is no doubt, right? So first of all, where we have to treat? We have to treat into the root cause, isn't it? Good. So now we understood what are the immediate cause and root cause. Immediate cause is any unsafe act and unsafe condition which can be seen your naked eyes. But the root cause is the reason behind immediate cause. It is the failure of the management system, which can be absence of PPE, supervision, maintenance, inspection, training, and whatever it is. Something is to be given by the management, is not given. That is the reason. So we move on to the third step. Now we understood what are the immediate cause and root cause. So we move on to the step 3. What is step 3? Yes, based on the conclusion, based on the immediate cause and root cause, we can identify suitable control measure, isn't it? Can you identify the control measure for immediate cause and root cause? Is not possible? Yes, it's possible. You saw the floor is floored with spillage. Floor is with spillage, chemical spillage. What is the solution? You can wipe off the floor. That is a solution for immediate cause. But soon after 5 minutes, then you can see that the same floor is again totally spillaged. What could be done? Yes, we have to identify from which machine, which maintenance is to be required. So we fix it, right? We fix the issue and we inspect the machine and we put up that the periodic inspection is required and routine checking is required, right? And we put up good inspection and maintenance. Fine. So then there is no much more spillages and you wipe off the floor. Then the problem is over. If the problem is still not over, we should understand somewhere investigation process, collection of information, we got mistaken because still the problem is not over, right? So identify the suitable control measures is very important. If you are not identifying the suitable control measures, what would happen? All the time, all the money, all the energy would be wasted to the organization. So they will blame you, the safety department, what you people are doing that even if we've spent this much amount, but still the problem is not resolved, then what you people are doing about? They'll be asking these kind of questions to you. So, hey dear friends, quite simple that identifying the suitable control measure. These suitable control measures are coming from the conclusion. These conclusions are made by the information collected. So, each step is highly entangled each other, interlinked and interconnected, right? And we move into the last step is called, we plan the remedial action. Now we plan the remedial action. What is meant by remedial action? Yes, we know that we plan the remedial action, that we put up a table. In that table, we put up the first column is recommended action. What is the recommended action here? Provide maintenance to the machine, leakage of the machine. Recommended action. What is the priority? Is it high, medium or low? I put it high. And what is the time scale? It requires 1 day. Who is the responsible person? The safety supervisor. That's all. And put up the next one. Clean the floor. Time. 1 day, because only after this maintenance work only needed the cleaning. 1 day, and priority also medium or high. And responsible person. The office housekeeping personnel. Likewise, we can plan the remedial actions. You got it? So what is truly about investigation? Investigation is actually identifying the root cause and pluck it. Okay? And we take the corrective action on it. And in future, it shouldn't happen. It will not be happening. That's all about investigation. Right? So for a contextual scenario, let me ask you a question. For example, a load-filled forklift truck struck a worker and got injured. A forklift truck which is work-loaded, okay, and which is struck and it's got injured. If I ask you, what could be the immediate cause and what could be the root cause? You could say the immediate cause that, okay sir, that the load was not secured over the pallet. The load was not secured. It was not tied, or it was not stable, uneven. Load was not secured. That is an immediate cause, which is visible cause. And you can say aggressive braking by the driver. You saw that that because it happens because the driver gave an aggressive braking. So it happens. And you can say that it was parked into the nearby pedestrian area, so that is why these pedestrians came. That also you can say, right? And you can say like that causes and all, immediate causes and all. He was in overspeed. That is an immediate cause. But what are the root causes? When you go into depth investigation, you will understand the driver was not competent, he was not trained, and refresher training was not provided, and the truck was not maintained properly. These all would be root cause. You got an idea? That's all about, right? So investigation process, total purpose of the investigation process is to identify the root cause and plan the remedial action or take the corrective actions, and to prevent the recurrence. A wonderful reactive measure, right? And if you did an accident investigation, you should make a report. Accident investigation report or incident investigation report. And in this report, what are the contents you will include? Of course, the contents, of course, that name and address of the casualty, and location, the place of accident, right? And details, date and time of the accident, place of the accident, details of the injured, details of the injury sustained, and description of the activity, what is actually happened, and what were the immediate causes and root causes. You will attach the photographs and drawings, something like sketches, into this investigation report for future reference. You will attach the witness statements that you have collected so far, and you will give the recommended action that you have already taken, followed by accident investigation. So recommended action, and you will give, of course, the cost to the organization, how much cost it is to resolve this issue. So the cost to the organization, and you will tell about, is there any breaches of legislation, violation of law, and is something else on enforcement actions been there or not. So all these information will be packed in incident or accident investigation report. You got the idea, right? So investigation part being completed, right? So followed by an accident, there are three things we are doing: investigating, then reporting and recording. Reporting and recording. So investigation got finished, and we move on to reporting. What is meant by reporting? Once a person who see in accident, he must report the accident. He should not go that I didn't see that, like in a way. No, he should report it. He should report to the concerned person. He should report to the relevant authority. He should report to the top management, can be line manager, can be middle manager, whoever it is, based on the hierarchy that he can report. He can report to the safety specialist or safety supervisor or worker representative. So this accident is to be reported from his side. But in most of the cases, low safety culture oriented workplace will not report accidents by workers. What is the reason? Workers are quite discouraged to report the incidents. This is a study. Why? Because they don't have a clear policy, unclear organizational policy about reporting. They don't know. The policy is not clear on reporting. I'm talking about the probabilities, right? Okay, I'm talking about the probabilities. Which are the possible reasons that why the workers are not reporting the incidents. So unclear organizational policies and objectives, unclear organizational policy on reporting incidents. And we can say that passive management approach, in future they reported, so they didn't get any kind of good feedback. So passive approach, then they will not report. And we could say that there is no system of reporting. There is no system at all. Whom to report, how to report, he doesn't know. Then poor guy, pathetic. So there is no system. And we could say that there is no culture, safety culture of reporting. There is no reporting culture, we could say. And we could say that the organization where exists blame culture. Blame culture, each individuals blames together. So they left behind the reporting and each starts blaming. And someone thinks that, oh, it's very difficult. We are uneducated people. It's excessive paperwork, so don't go there. Due to excessive paperwork and more complicated procedures, right? Then we could say that it is connected with safety statistics. If it's connected with safety statistics, means if suppose the organization announced if you finished 500,000 hours of free accident-free work hours, then you will get a bonus, financial bonus. They issued, suppose they declared. So on the last moment of these 500,000 accident working hours, last moment an accident occurred. So would the employees would report? I don't think they will not. Right? So safety statistics is linked with incentive scheme. That also could be a problem. Then we could say that it takes too much time. Oh, it's very difficult, takes too much time. And they are not interested to give first aid. Even if they report the accident, the management is not giving, they're not showing interest to give first aid. And even the workers don't know that how to do the first aid. So they will not report. They will simply ignore. So there are many chances, what I'm telling about the probabilities that which might occur in the workplace. Okay, fine. So reporting is compulsory, is mandatory. There is no doubt. Whom to report is the matter. Whom to report. Accidents and incidents should be reported internally and externally. Internally can be line manager, safety specialist, middle manager, senior management, based on the severity of injury of accident, right? If it's very small injury, that you can report to the line management, and based on that hierarchy and authority will be high. And externally it should report to, first of all, it should report to legal authority, enforcement authority, insurance companies, public advisors, and of course the family of the casualty, right? So it should report to the external authorities, like that, external people. And what kind of incidents to be reported? Should all incidents to be reported? Should all incidents to be recorded? No, all incidents need not to be recorded to that externally, no. But dangerous occurrence to be recorded, major amputations to be recorded, occupational diseases could be recorded, ill health could be recorded, okay, fatalities could be recorded. So reporting is in one side and recording is in another side. What is meant by recording? Recording means documenting the accident. We are documenting the accident. We create a document of internal accident, report. That is called the document name. Internal incident report. So we are documenting the incident. That is called recording. Reporting means informing. Recording means documenting. Clear? So what are the contents to be included in internal accident records or internal incident record? Of course, date and time, place, details of injury, and description of the activity, then witness statement, and details of equipment or substances involved. Okay, and details of injury and treatment, which treatment is being given, and name of person who completing the incident records and all. That's all about it. Okay, so in short, what I'm telling you that these are the contents of internal accident record, right? The same like organizations have different records: medical record, accident records, maintenance records, safety committee minutes. These all are the records. But I am talking about accident records or incident records. Good? Fine. So based on this, our unit finished. It's not that much lengthy unit, but many things to be practically relevant in the workplace. So once you complete this session, actually you are certified as an accident investigation reporting and recording course. So that's for damn sure that you can send for an interviewer, you can explicitly express your knowledge in accident investigation based on these 4 steps and collection of the information, based on drawing conclusion, based on identifying control measure, based on plan the remedial action. Of course not. Why not? Okay. So this is all about our unit 2. Many questions been frequently asked from this unit. Okay. So wish you all the very best. We are getting closer to the end of the complete NEBOSH study material. And good luck. Thank you so much.